You guys, I have to show you that little cucumber plant that I'm trying to save. Check it out. If you saw the last video, you would have heard this is the little cucumber plant that I'm trying to save. You hear the supervisor eating lunch right now. Check out this little cucumber plant right here. This is the one I was trying to save in my last video. Look at this. Right here. It has roots. Oh, the camera does not want to focus. Grown roots. I am so excited. And that just gave me an idea. Let me show you what I'm going to do with this little cucumber plant. We are in my computer/hydroponics growing room, and I got this little idea. I thought, why not stick this little cucumber plant into my hydroponic system? I just had that idea and I thought, why not? So I'm not sure exactly how to go about doing this because I've reseeded this, which you will hear about pretty soon. But I feel like I can sacrifice one of these little basket sponges. So maybe I just do I take the sponge out? Oh my goodness, I'm destroying it. Like, I don't know. That hole is not big enough for my little stem. So either I have to make the hole bigger or I put it in without. Should I try that? Or is that a bad idea? I don't even know. I'm gonna see if I can make the sponge hole bigger first. So this is what I've done with my little cucumber plant. I put it in so that the stem and roots are right into the hydroponic system. And I had to remove the sponge. There was no making that work, unfortunately. But I am going to save it for future plantings. And I saw that Mike on Mike's Chaotic Gardening sometimes uses aluminum foil to close off the opening to his hydroponics kit. So I'm going to attempt to put some foil around my little seedling and see how that turns out. So this is what I came up with, and Mike and GT Grows It Jr. I hope I'm not saying your name wrong. I don't expect this to count for your gardening challenge because I did originally start this cucumber plant in soil and it was before December, I think. So I don't expect to be included in that part for your challenge, but I had to try my little cucumber seedlings in here. When I saw that they were getting roots, I had broken them off when I attempted to transplant it and it grew new roots. So I needed to try something. Soil wasn't going to work because it was so leggy. So I thought, why not try hydroponics since I already have this system? I'm so excited to see if this is going to work out. The only downside is I don't have another one in here, but I do have another cucumber seedling that isn't doing super well in soil. So I am thinking about moving it over into this kit. I might end up doing that. Time will tell. But for now, this is this week's super exciting growing experiment right here with this little cucumber seedling. You guys, I'm so excited. I just got home from work and I checked out my hydroponics growing system. Let me show you. Cannot wait to show you. I have sprouts for the first time. Oh, the camera does not want to focus. Let's zoom in. There are little tiny sprouts. This is so exciting. If you missed, I don't know if it was this video or my last video. If you missed when I planted these, I had lettuce planted. It didn't work out. Didn't get a single sprout in 13 days. Discarded them. Planted some wild Argula, and it has sprouted. I think I have more than one. There's one over here. That one is going for it. I think this is the time to take off the little... Is this the time to take off the little greenhouse-like conditions? I'm not sure. Let me know in the comments if you do hydroponics. Is this the time I remove these for good, or do I let it keep going the way it is. I'm not 100% certain, so let me know in the comments, what do you do now that you have sprouts? Do you keep them on or take them off? Or what do I do? There's another one here. And we've got some here. And yes, I will thin them out. I know that is something that should be done. I did plant more than one seed per pod, but I will keep the stronger ones once I know which ones are strong. But this is so exciting. I think, whoops, all but one of my little sponges has a sprout, minus this one, of course. This is the cucumber I probably showed you already that I saved. Welcome to week 12 of my indoor food gardening journey. This is the last day of Vlogmas. It is actually Christmas Eve when I'm filming this, and you will see it on Christmas Day. First, let's take a moment to appreciate my peas. They have put on so much growth since the last video. It's too soon to say, but I'm going to call this a win, a success, one of the few things I've grown that has not failed in my indoor food garden. Like, these peas are getting so tall. This was that variety I told you about that did not need trellising. It's one of my recent seed haul purchases, and so far so good. It says it doesn't need trellising, but they're still putting out those little tendrils, so I'm not sure what that means, just that they're strong enough to support themselves, or do they actually need trellising? I'm not sure, but so far they're looking super awesome. So happy with how they're doing. Next, let's check out the green onion. No surprise here. These have been going strong for quite a few weeks. I harvest on average once a week already. I need to do some more harvesting here. Nothing really wrong with what's happening, although I don't know what happened here. These kind of just stopped growing, these two. They're not rotten by any means, but they just literally stopped growing. So I'm not sure why that is. Did I cut them a little too low last time? Don't really know. Doesn't matter because this is plenty for me. I also have some outside in my outdoor food garden, but these were 100% from the grocery store. These were not my outdoor onions. When I just plant the roots, that's where these came from. And they have been very, very productive. Definitely a great investment. Just buy them in the grocery store and plant them. Moving into the windowsill. Here's one of my little starter trays. These are baby bell peppers I planted just a few weeks ago. They're doing pretty well. The ones that have toothpicks are mini bell peppers. And moving over here, there's a couple left of the standard size bell peppers, the just really slow to sprout and grow bell peppers. These were all planted from grocery store bell pepper seeds that I ate. Moving over, a little bit of a bigger bell pepper sprout seed in this little pot. Same with over here in the starter tray, more mini bell peppers and one standard bell pepper left here. A couple little tomato plants growing very slowly. Another little bell pepper, and the king of the tomatoes right now, right here. This one is doing exceptionally well. I don't know why it's doing so much better than the rest, but not complaining about it. It's definitely having a good growth spurt right now. And a little bell pepper plant beside it, and another tomato, not growing quite as vigorously as the one over here, but doing fine. One exciting thing I did this week is I moved those bamboo poles that were in my pea container, which originally was a cucumber container, moved them into here, and I planted beans. This is the variety of beans I planted, Black Knight Runner beans from my Baker Creek haul. I thought, you know what, let's give it a try inside the house. This is a 65 to 80 day bean, and we'll see how it does. I have never grown beans inside my house, let alone peas, but it's an experiment. These have not sprouted yet, but they've only been planted less than a week ago, so it's probably too early still. But that is okay. These do need support, and that's why I put those bamboo poles in the grow bag. I'm super curious to see how this is gonna go, so I'll keep you posted. Moving into one of the windows here. This is a little bell pepper seedling doing particularly well. The ones in this window, I don't know why, but they're doing exceptionally well. These little bell pepper plants here, I've got several of them. This one is probably doing either the best or this one is doing the best. Pretty close to similar amounts of growth, really going strong. I wish they were all growing this strong, but for whatever reason, these particular ones are doing particularly well, which is super awesome. Moving into this other window here. All I have left here is this little tray, and I planted some of my Thai basil here that I got from, I believe it was Bounty Beyond Belief, if I'm not mistaken. And I've tried an experiment, this time planting seeds. I bought this seed starting mat, heat mat I guess it's called, several years ago, long before I made YouTube videos, and I never used it. Honestly, I was too scared to burn the house down. Don't worry, I didn't use it on the bed. I've been using it on this little stool, and I have been supervising it because it says not to leave it unattended. I have tested the heat. It doesn't get too warm. I mean, it's warm enough, but it's not hot, so that's cool. I don't know if it's helped germination because I just planted this like a day and a half ago and nothing yet, but we will see how long it takes to sprout. Really cool to be using it. Glad that I finally got brave enough to turn it on and not think I'm going to burn the house down. So that is awesome. Next, moving into the most exciting developments of the week. If you watched the little recap at the beginning, you know this is where I planted that cucumber that I rescued from the windowsill that was already where I ripped the roots out, and it's growing new roots. It's now in the hydroponic system, doing fine. And the most exciting development of the week is that every one of my little hydroponic sponges has growth in it. Every single one. So that is exciting. This one looks like a couple have sprouted. I will have to thin that out. And I think I mentioned in my little video clip, but if I didn't, I need advice. Do I take the little greenhouse enclosures off now? Because look here, I'm having some problems. I think I'm going to have to sacrifice this little seedling and let that little green sprout in the middle go because I don't want this to be a problem. So let's just get rid of it. Still one in there. But as I said before, I believe every single one of my little sponges has one or more little sprouts. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. I see just the tiniest hair in here just starting to sprout. But I believe they have all sprouted. I just sacrificed one more little sprout. Oh, it's on my finger here. You can see it was really leggy in this little cell, so I took it out. So for now, I left off the lids on most of my little sponges. But if that is not the right thing to do with hydroponics when the seeds are this stage, let me know because I've never done hydroponic gardening and I want to do things right if possible, not make too many mistakes that have already been made by other people. I hope you had a lovely December and wishing you a very prosperous 2024 full of growth, joy, and happiness. Bye for now.